Welcome. How's everybody doing today? Wonderful to see all of you here as well. Today we're going to talk about a fascinating fact about how your brain operates, and this information is so mind-blowing, mind-bending, it will make you question every single thing that you are doing. Okay? Have you heard the truth? People say, let's talk about the truth. Okay, let's talk about the truth. The truth is this: your brain does not see the truth. Your brain sees what's familiar to it and stick to it. So we're going to talk about reality and everything around it. This is the truth your brain sees. Okay, we call it the truth, not the real truth. There's the truth, and then there's the truth. So let's break them down. The fake truth, the real truth. How about that? Make it simple. In your 3D world, you are convinced that this is life, that everything around this is the truth, that you wake up in the morning and you do what you do, you go home, the sun sets, the moon comes out. That's the truth. That's the fake truth. Your brain literally fights you from seeing the truth, the real truth. Let me break for a minute. If you guys follow me, you know there's a formula I use, right? It's called the PPR formula. I always say patience, persistence, repetition. Repetition, persistence, whatever, okay? The reason why I emphasize that formula so much, because it ties into what I'm about to teach you about your brain and reality and the truth. Here's the thing about it. Your brain will not allow you to experience all the possible opportunities that are available to you right now. Your brain will not want you to see the best version of yourself. Your brain will lie to itself with cognitive dissonance to tell you that everything about quantum mechanics makes no sense, it doesn't apply to you, it's not the truth. Why does your brain do that? Because the brain has to maintain what is called congruency. Congruency to the brain means normality in its field. If your brain does not do that, you and I will literally go insane. So your brain don't see the truth, your brain sees a habit or a program. I'll repeat that again. If your brain is able to accept what I'm saying to you, that this world is not real, that you and I are not real, that there exist an infinite amounts of worlds with different versions of you, with everything already existing that you can tap into and experience. If your brain allows you to buy into that, which you can, and I'll show you how to do it in a minute. If your brain allows you to buy into that, then what happens is the brain will meet in congruency. It's like when hot and cold meet, you get friction. What happens to your brain cells, for the brain to save itself, it will make you go insane. You become a lunatic. You become deranged. You have to go into the crazy house. Yes, you actually have all these mental issues. That's the brain. Okay, let me make it simple. Let's use your car. So these modern day cars now, right? They have what they call limp mode, right? So when something is wrong with the car computer will shut the car off and put it in limp mode so it doesn't damage the engine, right? So the car can just barely drive and get by. That's a protective mechanism manufacturers and the designers of the car use to say, hey man, we're going to protect the engine and vital parts. Something's wrong with this car. So that's when you get your car, okay? That's called limp mode. So if your brain allows you to see the truth, it will put you in limp mode. Now, back to Mark's formula. Now, you have to brake and take it out of limp mode. So when your car's in limp mode, what do? You take it to the shop. You do the diagnostic. Here's the problem. We fix your car, the computer resets, car's driving all nice and good. You're now in the truth. You're out of limp mode. So to get you out of lit mode, it is patience is big, but here's a 2-1. Persistence and repetition. You see, my tribe, you have to keep forcing the belief and the acceptance that this world you live in is not the truth, that there exist an infinite amounts of world possibilities. Your desires are out there waiting for you to take form. You don't have to create them. Once you repeat that, once you persist with that, so the persistence is doing it repeatedly. Now, how do you do it consistently? You have to do it with your imagination. You have to think about it. And then here's the powerful one you have to use. You have to use the question, okay? You have to use this powerful question or affirmation, okay? And say, okay, why is reality infinite and I can get anything I desire? Why is all reality infinite and I can receive anything I desire? It brings your subconscious on board to help rewire your brain so you can see the real truth. Did you catch what I'm saying now? So think about this. So that literally means every day when we're doing our regular thing and you are aware through science now that there exists this place where you can get everything, your brain literally shuts it down. Because the brain does not like change. It likes consistency and a routine. Doesn't matter if it's good for you, bad for you, your brain is going to lock into that. So this is the real truth, the truth that you must realize. You have to step outside of your brain. You have to step in to the unconscious, into the non-physical, into the mindset, into the awareness to know and understand that you are existing in something that's a fraction of the truth. The real truth out there is you are capable and you already have whatever it is you're conjuring up to manifest. It's there in unformed, what we call unformed probabilities of existence. All things comes out in that state first. It's called superposition. Everything is a probability of existence first. It has to be, because the field has to be set for everything to come in a physical form. Once it starts as a probability of existence, it converts and comes down from superposition into what's called entanglement. Now it starts to make form. Probability of existence, quantum superposition, now starts to form existence, quantum entanglement, and now comes into physical reality, manifestation. Catch that formula? See, I learned this and it changed my life. Every day when I wake up, I already understand. My brain is already primed and set to know that anything is possible for me today. Today could be the best day of my entire life. Great things are happening for me. I'm always open to new abundance every time. I am inviting the multiverse of floodgates to come into my life. I wake up with that every day. Not because it's positive, not because it's supposed to be optimism, but because it's the real truth. Yeah, it's good to be positive, but I'm now tuned into the truth. And that will, well, hey, the truth will set you free. Yeah, that's going to set you free. So how many people walk around and get up with that mentality? You better start doing it. Because if you want your life to change and you want things to come into your life in like miraculous ways, and you don't, and you'll start scratching your head and say, oh my goodness, this is trippy. All these great things are happening for me. It's the only way you're going to get that. Majority of people don't live this way. They don't know this stuff. We live in an illusion, superstitious world that fragments the truth and throws them all over the place. That makes you work harder to go put them together and fit them in a puzzle to make sense. Not to mention, the same unit we use to measure the field with is also deceiving us. The same brain. So how do we know that? What's the real truth? How do we know all this? What do we have that can trump the brain and do all this stuff? Your imagination, your intuition, your higher self, your awareness, your questions to the field. Got that? Awesome. Well, I'm paying $5 grand to the first 5 persons to message me. God bless. Okay, that's in another multiverse. We don't do that here. So that's also, see that? I'm paying $5 grand. That's not the truth. All right, moving on. By the way, how did you find yourself in this content? Usually you don't find these spammers in motivational, inspirational, and spiritual stuff. So that must be a NPC. So take that $5 grand and put it somewhere else. Not in here. Everybody's too smart for that. All right. Check this out. Yes, Mark, did you experience that before your manifestation? Yes. Of course I experienced that. That's how I got my manifestation. Everything I'm putting forth to you guys and teach you guys, I told you before, I said the lottery, winning the lottery opened up my consciousness about everything in spirituality and the multiverse and the universe. That's right, winning a lottery showed me the truth about everything, because it all went back to that. Okay, it all went back to that. So once, I'll go with the lottery again, once I started to put it together and say, wait a minute, this lottery thing is not only happening in Florida where I live and this version of Mark, it's also happening to like a billion trillion Marks that live in the same Florida but in different versions. So if it's still happening and it's happening, I've already won. See, I already knew that there had to be a different reality out there. If I didn't know that, I would have never won the lottery. So what I did, I piggybacked on it. I said to myself, all right, so damn, if it's happening to all these versions of Mark and I'm just still Mark and everything is one, and entanglement says, quantum entanglement says everything is connected. The field cannot be separate, and I'm part of the field. So there's a win out there for me right now. There's a win with my name on it. Like not only a win with my name on it, but every single win. So, okay, so what I have to do, how do I get that win to be here or to tune into that? That was the only problem I had at that time. And I solved that problem too. So now I know, okay, so what I have to do to get the win to match this world, I got to go to my friend in power. I got to go to my friend that can pull the strings, my subconscious. I said, okay, so the only person or only thing that can get me the connection on that is the subconscious. My conscious mind can't do anything. It can only refer me. So I had to cut the middleman out and go to the source. So the middleman was my conscious mind. So I went to the source. So my subconscious mind, hey subconscious, check this out. So I learned the truth, right? I know that I heard that you're the guy that can get everything into reality. You can bring all this stuff in all the infinite worlds. He says, yeah, you're right. I am the guy. So do I have to pay you to do this stuff, or how do I get this stuff going? Because the ego told me that he can't do it and it's not possible, but he said maybe you can do it. But I looked you up on Google and I got a connection from you, and somebody told me you're the man. Or so I'm just coming to you to see what's up. What's the deal? How much I got to give you to win this lottery? Oh man, this is on the house, Mark. I don't take payments, man. This is my job. All right. So what I have to do? Just tell me what you want and just act like it's normal, huh? That's all I got to do? Yeah. Oh, one thing. Just make sure you keep your budget. Just buy your tickets consistently and keep budgeted, and just act like you already have it. That's it. So you're not going to tell me the day and the time when I'm going to win? No, I can't do that, because if I tell you that, then your ego is going to hate on you, man. It's going to make it go longer. So I got to keep it a secret. But you'll know. All right. And I left. And boom, I won. Someone asked me, how do you conquer cancer, all that? The same process. It's the same principle. The same way I just showed you. Questions. Why is my body totally healed and rejuvenated from all diseases? What will my life look like with no illness or sickness? Go imagine it. Question it. Let it go. It works the same way. Your cells in your body, my friends, they have little antennas on them. I'm just making it simple for you. It's in epidemiology or epigenetics. They show that the cells, I think one of the guys that did the pioneer on this work is Bruce Lipton. Yeah, Bruce Lipton. He was a biologist, first an epigenetic scientist, became a biologist, and he saw the truth and started to learn about the consciousness. But he talked about how the cells have a little antennas, like they broadcast to the field. So when you talk to your cells are sending information to the field is sending it back and reciprocate to your cells as physical manifestations. So someone asked me how to feel it's normal. How you feel something is normal is just asking yourself, what would it feel like to have this? What would it look like? And then you use your imagination. And once you practice that, you repeat that, it starts becoming normal. See how that works? That's it. So, if you're ready to go deeper, master manifestation, you know where to find me. School's the place to be. We starting our higher self channeling course now. Starts on Friday. Everybody's in there now. It's looking forward to that. Change your life. Sign up. And I mean, you guys are in there. Majority of you guys are in there. You know how it goes. You know the success in there. It'll change your life completely. And yes, I'm doing a 21-day course. Starts Friday, November 21st. So get in there, change your life, get a super high intuition, to help you whatever you want to manifest. You want to win the lottery, anything is possible there, because now you know the real truth. So always remember, knowledge without implementation is futile. Knowledge with implementation will take you to the stars and above, and you'll get everything you desire and manifest, and see you at the top.